Let's get to our regular Monday panel. Sam Ray and Aaron Violi. Gentlemen, great to see you both. Sam, clearly the government wants a focus on Medicare, linking it to the cost of living crisis that so many people, including in your seat of Hawke, are feeling. But has the coalition neutralised it? They've said, we'll match you. In fact, we'll raise you $500 million.
G'day, Kieran. The Australian people care about Medicare. The Australian people want a focus on Medicare. This election is going to be about Medicare because Peter Dutton's putting himself forward to be the Prime Minister. We're talking about the guy who was voted by doctors as the worst health minister in Medicare's history. He brought in the GP tax. He wanted everyone to pay a GP tax every time they went to the doctor. And when he failed that, he, of course, introduced the biggest freeze on the Medicare rebate in its history as well. You know, the reality is it's pretty tough to see a bulk billing doctor these days, and it's Peter Dutton's fault. So, yeah, this election is going to be about Medicare, and it's going to be about the Australian people demanding a government who is committed to saving Medicare. Yesterday's announcement was all about that, $8.5 billion to save bulk billing GP visits in our community. The Australian people know that you've always got to trust Labor when it comes to looking after Medicare.
And Aaron, the point that's made and alluded to there by Sam and made by Mark Butler and others is that it was Peter Dutton who froze the rebate back in the day. So how can he be trusted to deliver a boost to Medicare?
Well, Kieran, the facts don't back up the claims that Sam and Mark Butler and the Prime Minister are making. They tried it in 2016 with Medicare. In my community, bulk billing was at 84% in 2019. In 2023, under the Albanese Labor government, it sunk to 73%. All across the country, bulk billing is down from 2019 to 2023 under this government. And I choose 2019 because it actually spiked again in 2020 and 2021. The government liked to claim COVID, so we'll take COVID out of it. And the reason that it is in free fall under this government is because cost of living is out of control. GPs have to pay rent. They have to pay a mortgage if they've got a loan on their property. They've got energy bills. Their supplies are going up. That's why bulk billing is falling. This line just doesn't stack up to any factual look at the numbers. It proves, again, that this government has no answers to the challenges the Australian people face. They've made it worse time and time again. They're now trying to clean up their mess. We're going to back it, $8.5 billion. We're going further. We're putting another $500 million, as you said, Kieran, into Medicare funded mental health sessions. This is a big thing for my community. This government cut it from 20 to 10, despite a report saying it should stay at 20. We're putting it back to 20. So people in Casey, people in Hawke and all around the country can get the Medicare funded mental health support they need. This government talks about cuts. They're the only ones that have cut Medicare sessions in this term of government.
That is just rubbish, Kieran. No one's going to trust
we'll go for it, Sam.
the Fox trying to get into the hen house here, where the Liberals pretend that they are the champions of Medicare. This is utterly ridiculous. Again, worst health minister in Australia's history, freezing the rebate for 6 years. GPs have been doing it tough. Aaron's quite right about that. They've been doing it tough because Peter Dutton broke Medicare. We're now trying to fix it, and he's trying to jump on board and pretend like he's the saviour. It's just utterly ridiculous. No one's going to buy it, Aaron. I'm sorry, mate. You've got to try something different.
The Department of Health figures. Are you saying that the Department of Health figures are wrong, that Medicare bulk billing sessions have crashed under your government? They're the facts. Stop dealing with scare campaigns and deal with the Department of Health facts. It has crashed under your government. Take
bulk
responsibility.
Bulk billing has been going down ever since Peter Dutton broke Medicare, Aaron. He broke it when he was the health minister.
Mate. Wasn't it Tanya Plibersek that froze it?
People aren't going to trust the Liberals to fix Medicare, mate. They're just not.
Let's talk about the poll because, there are a couple today. Aaron, do you believe that Resolve poll that has you ahead 55-45? If not, if so, you guys are the red-hot favourites, if that's accurate.
Oh, Kieran, as I've said many times on your program, polls come and go. They're a point in time, and you saw today two different polls with two different numbers. What I know when I talk to my community is that in Peter Dutton, the people of Casey see a leader that is prepared to make the tough decisions. They're seeing an opposition that is putting forward positive policies, whether it's groceries, where we put the toughest things on the table in terms of divestiture, which will drive prices down at Woolworths and Coles. We're talking about helping unlock housing supply with a $5 billion infrastructure fund. We're wanting to support small business. by increasing the instant asset write-off to $30,000 and making it ongoing to give small business certainty to invest. Medicare, as I said, including in doubling the mental health sessions that are funded by Medicare. In my community, people see a strong leader in Peter Dutton and an opposition that's prepared to put forward policies to solve the challenges that they face.
Sam, you've been around campaigns quite a bit before you entered Parliament as well. What's your sense as to what you need to do to get a bit of momentum, a bit of traction ahead of polling day? It's not too far away.
Kieran, every person and their dog is a pollster these days, and every day we see a poll with this up and that down. It's all pretty unrelated to the things that matter to the Australian people. There's only one poll that matters, and that's the election. This election is a clear contest, and as we just discussed, and look, Aaron and I both feel passionately about this, but this election is going to be about Medicare. It's going to be about whether Australians trust Peter Dutton, the worst health minister in Australia's history, to save Medicare, or whether they want to see a Labor government invest $8.5 billion to make sure that every Australian can see a bulk billed GP when they need to see it. We're going to be training thousands of new doctors every single year. This is the biggest investment in Medicare in Australia's history. That's what this election is about, and that's the contest that the Australian people are going to make their call on.
Sam and Aaron, I guess you're wearing out a few pairs of shoes at the moment, gentlemen. The runners are on and not door knocking across Hawke and Casey. Appreciate it as always. We'll see you next week.
Authorised by Aaron Violi, Liberal Party, Lilydale.